Anyone who has logged in? Yes? You are logged in. Okay, so go to this particular, but first let's see this. Yes? Pipeline.ai. Okay. After that, go to community tab, and then from there you just click the try now button and log in. Okay, and make sure you are using incognito mode because you will be needing different accounts to log in, right? And this particular website just stores your cookies. So if you are logging in a normal window, then even after clearing your cookies, it won't let you log in with some other account. Okay. So make sure you are logging in an incognito mode, right? So now let's see the libraries that we have. Okay. TensorFlow. Anyone who has heard of TensorFlow before coming here? Yes? So TensorFlow is the latest library that we have, which helps us calculate and do the mathematics of generating the models. Okay. In neural networks, generating the prediction and all those things, right? Image processing. Then anyone who has heard of CNN, convolutional neural network, RNN, these are all are the algorithms that are there in neural networks. Okay, so we will study if time permits. Then there is Keras. Keras is also a library which has all the tools to calculate and manipulate the mathematics. Okay. Then after that, PyTorch. All these are the frameworks, right? After that, scikit-learn. Scikit-learn is the most basic and the initiator of this particular machine learning, right? So as a beginner, you will learn how to use scikit-learn, right? Then Python, and this particular Apache Spark helps us generate pipelines. Okay, this you will use in industries for handling big data, live data that is training. Okay, you will use that particular data. Achha, okay, tell me how you use a live data. Anyone who has worked with APIs before? Any? Okay, first tell me how many of you are here from first year? One. Second year? Third year? Fourth year? Huh? MTech? First year? Second year? Any PhD? Huh? Okay. No, because I teach PhD students. That's right. So we will be using Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook helps us do the experiments, right, with our codes. So you will see why it is beneficial. So this particular structure you will find different in your local system. Okay, this is hosted on a cloud, right? This particular Jupyter Notebook is hosted on a cloud and it has my own codes, right? But you will have your own codes on your local system. So I will teach you how to work with Jupyter Notebook first, right? Okay, great. Let's try this. Wait, I'm copying. Yes, anyone who has means for the demonstration purpose how to install, can they give their Windows system? For the installation purpose only, so that everyone can see. Your system, you just took that Android, right? You can give it to me. Anyone who wants to get their systems installed means quickly. Yes. Previous one who took that, you passed, you copied and you installed. Did you check the add to path? That's a mistake. That's why I was telling you no problem. So everyone see this. First of all, make sure you are having 64-bit operating system, or else you have to use x86. But when you are doing artificial intelligence, make sure you are having 64-bit operating system. Okay. Otherwise, you install your operating system as a fresh copy. Okay. Because I will tell you the reason. Only NVIDIA provides CUDA library. Right. CUDA library helps in processing using GPUs. Okay, we need GPU power to process at a high speed, right? So that's why use only 64-bit operating system. Okay. Yeah. Seeing this? Last person, last lunch. And just click next, and make sure you add Anaconda to my path environment. After that only you will be able to access this particular tool using your command prompt. You know what is command prompt, right? No? Yes. That's it. You just had to add your path. And those who haven't added, just uninstall it and do this. Otherwise, you will have to do a lot of things here. You got everyone logged into pipeline? Yes? Everyone must be inside this root folder, right? Where GPU and those files folders are there. You have save, right? I'm explaining at present. I'm explaining you this particular tool, Jupyter Notebook, right? No one has used this particular tool before. Anyone who is familiar, you have used. Okay, so just follow brushing, right? This particular icon is for saving this particular notebook. But don't worry about saving because this particular tool saves every time you stop. Okay. This particular plus sign, this adds this particular cell. This thing you are seeing this box now. This is your playground, right? You will add your code here and you will execute it, right? This particular thing is for cut, copy, paste, and this particular play button is for executing, right? Executing this particular cell. We call this boxes are cell. Okay. After that, this particular fast forward button icon you are seeing now. This icon helps you execute whole Jupyter notebook in one go. Okay, from top to bottom. After that, this is for stopping your Jupyter notebook kernel, that particular whole notebook. Okay. After that, this particular thing is for restarting your kernel, and here you are seeing this code. This particular thing gives you an option of what you are writing in the cell. Okay. Like if you are coding, then you have to use this code. Otherwise, you have two more options like Markdown, where anyone who has worked with GitHub before? No? I'll teach you how to work with GitHub. Okay. So Markdowns are like if you use hashtags, then you can change the formats. Okay, I'll show you. And this particular raw text, just you have to type, and just like you used to comment your Python codes, right? Here you don't have to comment. Here you can use this particular raw text. Okay, and then go to your next step. Now one very useful shortcut, use shift key. Shift and enter to execute this particular cell. Okay, to execute anything, you have to use shift enter. Right? So let's start. Who's going to do this? You know how to install? Just start installing and share your pen drive. Everyone got the idea now how you will use Jupyter Notebook? Yes? Okay, so one major difference in Python 2.7 and Python 3.7 is the print function. Okay, so in Python 2.7, print is a command, and in Python 3.7, print is a function. Okay, so everything that is included inside this particular parenthesis will be taken to print. Okay, this was required in data science, so that's why this was inculcated, right? So everyone use this particular print statement to print. Yeah, this is a hands-on training, so go with me, right? Print any statement you want to print inside this. Last bench, are you able to see this codes? No? Yes. So do this. Just shift and enter. Okay. You will find your output below this. Okay. Hello world. Okay. So now you know how to print your own text, right? How you will take the input using an input function, right? So if let's say I have to ask for any string, so what I will do is I will use this particular input function. Make sure your internet is running here. वो directly traversing here. So here you can give your input, okay? And if you will put this particular string input and you are asking for a name, right? So if you want to put this particular thing inside a variable, that also you can do. I will show you how. Okay. So you know how to print a particular statement in Python now and how to take the inputs, right? So make sure you use only print and nothing other than print to print something, some statement, okay? Like print or anything. Yes? And even if you will do, you will get an error, right? This particular name error. In industry, if you will go and you face some particular error, then what you have to do is you just have to copy this particular line, right? Copy this particular line, whichever line of error you are getting, okay? This has all the explanation, okay? And then paste it on Google and you will find this particular solution in Stack Overflow. Right? We engineers or as a developer, we use Stack Overflow most of the time to resolve any error. Okay? Because you are not the first person to do something that is already been done. Right? So make sure if you are facing any error, just copy the last line. This particular description is there of that particular error. Just copy that, like name error, name, print is not defined. Okay? Right? So this is how you debug an error. Yes? Internet is working? Shift enter, press shift enter. I think internet is not connected with this. If your internet is open some other website. Anyone who has installed the Anaconda in local system? Running? You are running? And did you add the path? Yes? Okay, so how many of you are following me right now? Means who are doing hands on? Yes? Anyone who is lagging behind? How many of you are lagging behind? Means not following me. You want me to talk in Hindi? Away from this place. Yes. Internet is working. Then restart your kernel, right or not? If your kernel is not working, just restart it. Okay. So yes. No? Install it, no? Let it install. Yes. It's working. Your local system. Open. I will tell you how to open in the phone. Go to notebook. Okay. Go to Google. Google I login हो चुका है. Okay. Then we will see. You open in a incognito, right? Do it in incognito. Yes. नहीं आएगा. Guys, don't get confused. This particular account is logged in by my email ID and I have uploaded my own files there. Okay. So you don't find these particular files on your system. Okay. Let me explain you this particular structure before I start going local system. Okay. This on pipeline. Here you have all the directories and files that you are working on. Okay. This is there for your easy navigation, right? After that, this particular thing is your notebook. This thing you will see in your local system. Okay. You won't find this particular thing in your local system after installing Anaconda, right? And then I told you about how to use this. Okay. And if you are facing any error while running any cell, just restart your kernel. Okay. And then you will start running. You will get error. You will not get any error, right? Yes. Running. Yes. So let's start with strings now. Strings is nothing but a collection of similar type of characters, right? So can I say this particular string as an array? Yes. Yes. Same problem. Try to connect it with some other internet connection. You are using same connection, internet connection, different connection. Then try to restart your browser and then start it. Or just install Anaconda. Don't wait for this. Okay. Listen here. Here. So string, I can say a string as a collection of similar type of characters, right? So anything, any entity that is a similar type of collection, can I call it as an array? Yes? So can I say a string is an array of characters? Yes? So it will import all the properties of an array. So what are the properties of an array?
इसकी बात कर रहे हैं ना.
Same data type.
क्या पब्लिक में रखना है पूरा पब्लिक.
Yes. And you cannot change the content inside an array. Yes? How can you? You can give a reference. Okay, but you cannot change the content inside an array. You can point that particular index to some other location, but you cannot change the value that is there inside that array. Okay, so let's do this. Now I am assuming I have a variable. Okay, you know what is a variable? Yes, anything that is there on the left hand side is a variable, and the thing here is the value. Okay, so we don't have to change this particular variable every time. If you want to change, we can change only the value that is there, right? So let's assume I am having a variable named Michael Jackson. Okay, and when I will run this. You know how to run, right? Shift enter. Everyone use your particular name. Inside that enter your name. Okay. After that you got the output, right? Now this. Anything inside quotes, I am repeating anything, including the spaces, will become a string, right? Anything inside single quotes or double quotes, no issues, okay? It will be a string, right? So, if I am doing this, and if I am doing this, no issues, right? Both single quotes and double quotes gives us the same value, right? So you should not ask me again and again that why single quotes, why double quotes. I'll tell you the importance of double quotes is that while you are using web development, then you have to use double quotes because in single quotes you have to use it for escaping some contents, right? Getting the importance of double quotes. So a string can be a collection of all the special characters. Okay. This we have done. Now printing a particular variable, calling a particular variable. This is how you will do. Make sure you are doing it. Okay. At least you must have named your variable. And how many of you have installed? Yes. First, just install. Don't start your Anaconda. Okay. I will tell you. I will take some system. Then I will tell you how to launch your particular Jupyter notebook in your local system. Okay. Now, see this. Last bench, are you able to see this? Indexing? Yes? So here, this particular Michael Jackson string has the initial index of 0 and the last index 14. And those who are noting down, please don't note down. I strictly hate those who use pen in computer science. Right? You're computer science engineers. You have to use notebooks and don't worry about notes. I will provide you all the contents that I have. Not only my contents, I will tell you from where you will get the resources for free. Okay, so that you can start your journey as a data scientist, right? So just focus on the projector. Okay, so here your starting index is 0 and your last index is 14, right? So if I want to access this particular j, how I will access? If I want to print this j, how I will do that? Yes? Yes, exactly. Here, if I want to print that j, I'll use this. The index number of that particular thing is 8. Okay. See, j is printed, right? So you can access this particular content that is there on that index in a string, right? We will do many operations with this string. Okay. Similarly, you can access any index, right? Now, if I want to access the last index, how I do that? And I don't know the length of that particular string. -1. Yes. So just look at this. Here, you enter -1 and execute it. You will find the last value that is there in a string. Okay? Here I entered -1, right? And I got the value that is there in this. Okay? This is used when your data is huge and you don't know what's the length of that particular string. Okay? Now this will be the index when you are traversing from behind. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and -15. Okay? Now how will you print everything in reverse order. It's there. Try this. See this. Double quotes, and minus one. I'll explain you what this particular string is doing. Okay. Why those columns are left behind, blind. Okay. I'll tell you. So this is very simple. Using Python to manipulate a string is very simple than compared to using C and C++, because for that you have to write whole function by yourself. Okay, reversing a string, then manipulating something with this string. Okay, so that's why we use Python, right? And this particular function, len. Okay, you name your variable, right? Find the length of that particular variable using this function, len. Yes, it counts spaces. You must have seen this here. See this. Everywhere, this particular index, space index, is also counted. Okay, so it will count spaces. Definitely, it will count spaces. Okay, but it will not count end of the line. There is also a character known as end of the line. Okay, anyone who knows about end of the line? Suna, no? So it does not count end of the line. Okay. Done with this particular length function? Yes. Now we will do slicing. Slicing a string means you are cropping some part of the string and printing it. Okay. You are starting from some location and you are telling that particular interpreter that you have to stop at this particular value, at this particular index, and whatever is there in between this, you just print it. Okay. So now try this. Your variable name, okay, and then start a box like this. Give the initial index from where you want to start, and give this particular next index where you have to stop. Okay, this particular index won't get printed. Okay, value at this particular index won't get printed because you know the reason. Yes, this is excluding this. Last number is excluding this particular value. Okay, so don't get confused, right? Name, starting value, then ending value. So you got your values, right? Let's see what I will get. Mitch. Okay. Try to print some values in between that. You have the length now, right? So any random value. Done with slicing? Yes. Now add one more column. Add one more column and type 2 and then run it. Yes. Starting from 0 and go to your last whatever number you are having, length. Okay. Length of variable. And then column 2. And tell me what result you are getting. Like here. See this? and then I told my interpreter to go to the last, okay, the maximum number, and then I told to jump one index and print the second one. Okay, so this particular number, this particular space defines that you have to jump and print the second element. Okay, and if you will use this particular thing as 3, then you will print the third element from that particular index. Yes, so try it. This jumping part, this particular number, the last space inside the box spaces. First one is for initializing, second is for telling the limit. Okay, and the third one is to tell that which number we have to print. Okay, first we are printing 0, then we are jumping to the second index, then we will jump to fourth index, then 6. Okay, we will miss 1 steps. Everyone clear with slicing out? Yes. This you will use in data cleaning. Okay. If you have to clean your data, then you can use this particular thing. Okay, to manipulate your data. Yes. Word slicing. Yes, it is possible. We are doing word slicing. Yeah, you can do that. You should know the index from where to where. Like? Yes. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. I'll tell you. Just remind me, okay? We have a function for that. Now, just like what we did, 0, then length, and then we are skipping 2 points, right? We can do this using this particular string also. Okay, this particular command. Name, full colon, and 2. So this way we are jumping 2 points from starting. Okay. Now this is manipulating your string. Okay. We have one variable, another variable, and we are changing this particular thing. You must have seen this kind of example in emails, right? You used to register yourself with a username on websites, and that particular website used to revert a mail, auto-generated mail with your name and that particular content inside the email, right? So this is how they do. They give you a username plus whatever data they want to print. Okay. Yes? Let's move. Now, you can do mathematical calculations, mathematical operations on string. Okay. This particular string will be one object at present. Right? So, if you will do this 3 star a string, then it will print that particular string 3 times. Okay. So this is very useful option with us as a security engineers, cyber security engineer. Who is familiar with cyber security? You know buffer overflow? No? So in buffer overflow, we used to provide huge string to an input. Okay? And that particular system crashes because it cannot process the string with that particular size. Right? So this is how we generate a huge amount. Getting this? And if you have entered a large number, then make sure you stop that particular cell using that command I told you. Here, this icon, stop. And it will stop that particular kernel. Okay?
So will stop that code
it will stop the whole process that is happening in that cell. Okay. Now escape equations. I hope everyone is familiar with this. Backslash n, backslash t, backslash t. What does it give? One tab. One tab has how many spaces? Four spaces. So keep this in mind, first use to this. Now double slash. What does double slash mean? It's telling the interpreter that ignore what is there after that slash. Okay. Now use this particular function, upper function. Any string dot upper yes. Let me show you. Nothing I commented. Now see. I gave one variable to the string. Thriller is the 6th studio value. Okay. Right? And then I am printing this particular value here. Then I am equating that or copying that particular variable into B with upper function. Okay. So whatever is there in this particular string will be converted into capital cases and then it will print that into B. Yes? You don't have to do anything. You just have to use this upper function with that particular string. Okay? Yes? You gave one string into this variable A. Okay? And what you did, you just gave an operation A dot upper. Right? You just made this particular string into upper using this particular statement. Okay? Do it. Do it, you will find it. Okay? Don't write the whole sentence or whole thing. Okay? Just give some examples, small examples like ABC, small ABC, and then you will find that particular small ABC converted to capital ABC. Okay? Yes? Shall we move on? Now this. We have another function named replace. Okay, I told you earlier that a particular string is immutable. Okay, so only the index value gets referred to some other value. It can't be changed, right? So we are having a string named Michael Jackson is the best, and now we want to change that particular name Michael with Janet. Okay. So what we are doing is we are changing that particular thing, whatever thing we want to change, and we are giving with what value we have to change. Okay. And those who are using Jupyter, for their convenience, this particular thing, this particular tool provides very useful thing. Okay, to learn what this particular function does. You just print means use this command Shift Tab. Okay. Here, Shift and Tab. Seeing this, you got this? How you will get a doc string of this particular function? You can learn about any function using this particular shortcut. Shift Tab. Okay. After the end of that function's name, just press Shift and Tab. You will find the doc string of that particular function, right? So here you will see that replace in the definition inside the code, it is old and new and then count. So you can add another parameters also. You can do experiment with this, right? So this is why we use Jupyter. We get help to understand what that particular function, or if let us suppose I am using someone else function, so I have to study what that particular function is, right? Instead of going to that particular library and hitting the whole code, I will just use the Shift and Tab button and I will read that particular doc string of that particular file. Okay. We will see how we can make our own function with doc strings. Okay. Now you can use this function. Okay, use this function, find function, and you can find a character or string inside that particular string or variable you are finding it. Yes, try it with your name, and if a value is not there inside that string, then you will get a value of -1. Okay. Yes. You know photo, when you know the SI value of space, in that you can find the first value, or there are many functions are also there. I'll teach you. Use the split function or many functions are there. Okay. Yes. You found something? Yes. You will get the index, the initial index of whatever string you are searching. Okay. Yes. Let's move on. Okay. Here, this particular function, type function, is very important in data science because we want to know while dealing with data, what kind of data we are dealing with, right? If we will see, I am using this particular variable 1, and this 1 is a string, right? But this is a number. So if I want to know the type of that particular variable, what variable is this, what kind of variable is this, then I use this function, type function. Okay. Yes. What result we got? String. Yes. What result I will get is this? Now do this. Initially we gave a value a equals to 1, right? And here b equals to 2, right? So what result I will get here? 1, 2. Okay. We are having string, not a number, right? Okay. So now you are familiar with strings, right? If I tell you to operate anything on the string, you will be comfortable with that, right? Yes, everyone? Now let us learn something new. How many of you have faced this tuple thing? None of you? You have faced with tuple. What is a tuple? Yes, exactly. So, my friend, your first name? Sean. Sarvan. Sarvat. Okay, sorry. Sarvat told me the correct definition of a tuple. Well, a tuple is a collection of different types of data types. And there was a single type of data type, right? But this particular tuple is a collection of different type of data types. You can put any kind of value inside a tuple. Okay. And this particular tuple is immutable. The values, just like an array, here also values can't be changed, right? You cannot equate a particular index value from one to another. Okay, so let's learn. Here, see. last match. Here I am using one string disco, one integer 10 and one float value 1.2. Okay. So how I will define a tuple is, to initiate a tuple, I will use normal braces. Okay. Always remember, a tuple initiates with normal braces. Normal braces open, and then inside that you can put any kind of data type. I repeat, any kind of data type. We will be learning some more data types in future. Okay, apart from this conventional string, integer, float. Okay, so let's do this. Define one tuple. Give your own variable name. Okay, give one string, an integer value, and a float. See this particular tool, Jupyter Notebook, is very beneficial in learning Python. Yes? You must have used Spider or any particular terminal window, but this particular Jupyter Notebook thing is very interactive. Okay? It helps you run your code then and there. Right? And not only a single command. You can write your whole code inside one cell and then run it. Right? We will see how. Now we have initiated a tuple. Okay. And you will see that that particular tuple is inside normal braces. Okay. Now if you will use this particular type function I told you before, in that variable you will find that that particular variable is a tuple. Right? So always whenever you are confused with what you are dealing with, just use the type function and you will find the answer. Okay? Always use it. Now here, this particular thing is showing that we have an index in our tuple, just like array. Okay? It's same. To access that, how we were using it on our array, na? The same way we have to access our content in this particular thing. Okay, just one thing. How I will print this S in tuple? Yes? Yes? This disco is another string, right? And that particular string must have index itself. Okay, so if I want to print S here in this tuple, how I will print it? I will traverse from the initial index of tuple, then inside this particular string. How? This particular string has an index of 0. And what is the index I have to go to? S. Okay. So S is at 0, 1, 2. Okay. So S is at second index. Right? So what will be the print statement? My variable name, then index 0, then index 2. And then if I will enter that particular command, then I will get the value S. Okay. So this is how you traverse inside a tuple to find some values. Okay. See this. Do it yourself. Okay. 0, 2, and then anyone who is facing any problem till now? No? This learning Python is very basic, okay, but it is very important, right? If I will start teaching you machine learning itself, and if you don't know the Python, then how will you understand what's happening, right? So anyone who is thinking that why we are learning here, this Python? Yes? Anyone who is sitting here who is thinking that why we are learning Python? No? Anyone who similarly, you can find the type of whatever content that is there inside a tuple using these commands. Okay. Go inside a tuple and then you are seeing that particular indexes, whatever is there inside that index. Okay. Then apply whatever value is there inside the tuple using the type function. Okay. So it is useful to analyze the data, right? Now if I will print this, I will get the value. This particular first index is a string, the second is an integer, and the third is a float. This will help me while making a class or while making a function for a particular data set, right? If I am facing a particular data set and I don't know what kind of data is there inside a tuple or inside a data set, then I will use this particular thing. Okay, right? Now similarly, as we did in our array, we can do that in tuple also. To access the last index, we use -1, and there will be slicing in tuple. There will be from jumping also, right? So do something with your tuple. Yes, types. There is nothing. You just have to give the index of whatever value is there inside a tuple and then find what value is there inside that index, like this. ठीक है? हिंदी में बोलो तो उस टपल के इंडेक्स में जो भी वैल्यू है ना, पहले वो फाइंड करो, फिर उस पर्टिकुलर चीज को ढूंढ लिया ना आपने, उसके बाद उसका टाइप पता करने के लिए सेम इक्वेशन है. तो Python is very easy language to understand, right? First we access that particular element, and after that we found the value, means what kind of data is there, right? Now to access the last index, we will use -1, then after that -2 for the second last, and similarly like that. Okay. Now if I want to add something inside a tuple, then how I will do that? Yes? Using this. Okay. I am making another variable and I am adding that particular tuple and some values, another tuple. Okay. So this is how I am expanding a tuple, right? Do it with your own examples. Create a tuple and then add your previous tuple and some another tuple. Like here I added art of comma 10. Okay. Done? Yes? In between? You can't add in between because that will be manipulating a tuple. Right? You can do that in some other data type that I will teach you. Okay. Now, this particular thing, slicing we have done, right? Tuple also there is slicing. So we just made one new tuple and we can see this, right? Now to find whether our new tuple that we created, it has that particular content or not, whether the size is increased or not, this will give the confirmation. Okay, the elements, number of elements must have increased. Okay, so always use length function, type function. Okay, this is regular.
Sir, can we use English function in double?
No, right? You will find it. It is giving answer. Yes, it will be there, no? Because I told you that a tuple is immutable. Okay, just like an array, the value inside a tuple, it can't be replaced. Okay, all the values, if once created, it will stay forever until unless we change that particular tuple and create something new. Right? So now let's create one more tuple with only numbers. Right? And then we will learn one more function, sorted function. How we will sort all the numbers that are there inside a tuple. Right? Do this exercise. Make a variable and give only numbers inside a tuple, like 0, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything, any numbers. Okay? And then don't do this. Okay? After creating a tuple, just use this particular function, tuple. Okay? Sorted and that particular tuple variable. You will find the answer. You don't have to do this. You are getting this in your mind, right? What we are doing here. We are creating just another variable sorted string and then we are applying that particular function, sorted function. How many have installed that Anaconda till now? You are distributing, right? In the meantime, yes, keep distributing it. And one pattern you can give it here also. And then whose pattern is this? How you maintain over? Yeah. So now we learned how to create a tuple, how to extend a tuple, right? How to add values inside a tuple. Yes? I'll show you. There is a function for that also. we have done this sorting, right? Now let's create one nested tuple. Create a nested tuple. Create a tuple, and inside the tuple add some other tuples. एक टपल के अंदर एक और टपल ऐड करो. टपल क्या है? टपल is nothing but collection of all type of data types, right? So we can add string, integer, float, tuple, and whatever things we will learn in future. Okay, so you can do that. This is how you will create a tuple, nested tuple. Like here, first is integer, then it's integer, then it's tuple. Inside the tuple there are two integers, and after that there is another tuple with two integers. Okay, and after that there is another tuple with a string, and then a tuple, and inside that tuple there are two integers, right? So this is how things get complicated in real life, right? You won't find a data type with array only, okay? Data set with array. This is how the things get complicated, start getting complicated. You have to access this particular S of this code now. How you will do that? Yes? Write this particular string. Means this a tuple. First value integer, second value integer, then a tuple, then another tuple, then another tuple. Okay. So we added three more tuples, right? And I want to print the S of this code. How I will do that? Yes? What will be my first index? Yes? How you will do that in a large data set? First you will find the length. Always you will find the length. Okay? And then you will use the find function to find that particular word. Okay? This will give you the exact index of that particular thing. Right? If it's there inside a tuple or not. Right? Now, first, second means 0, 1. This whole thing index is 2, 3 and 4. So I have 4 elements inside the tuple. Right? 3 are tuples and 2 are integers. And then what my target is to access this S from this code, which is on the 4th element. Yes? So my first index, my first motive is to reach the 4th element. Okay? So I will reach that using the index 4. Okay? Now I reached 4 here. Okay? And now what I have to do? I have to see whether there is a word disco or not. It's there. Right? And where? How I will do that? Using the function find. Okay? Find disco. And that will return me with the index where it is. Okay? Then I will use that particular index 1 and I will get inside this particular string. Okay? And now what my target is? To find S inside that particular string. Right? So how I will do that? using the find function, right? It will return me with the index of where that particular S is, and then I will use that S value here 0, 1, 2, and I will use 2 here to print S. Okay, everyone, anyone who is confused now? You are confused. What? How to traverse? So go with the basics. Okay, how you are traversing it? Just let us suppose you are visiting a new street. Okay, and you have to go to the third house in that street, and then you have to go to the third floor. Right? Getting this example, you are in a street and you have to go to the third house, and in that third house you have to go to the fourth floor, and there two floors has two flats. Okay, 1 and 2, and you have to go to the second flat. Right? So how you will go? First you will go to the third house. Okay, then you will climb up and reach to the fourth floor, and then you will go to the second flat. Right? So similarly you are doing this here also. You are going to the fourth index 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, always remember this addressing part. Okay, starting with 0, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? We reach till the fourth house. Okay, now we have to go to the first floor, okay, or the ground floor, right? We will assume here as a first floor. We reach to the first floor, and now what we have to do? We have to go inside the 0, 1 and 2, second floor. Okay, we will find this particular index. Now you got with the example, right? Yes, how you have to travel? Yes, any doubt till now? कुछ नहीं है, वो नाम है बस, अपना वेरिएबल है, उसके बाद इंडेक्स नॉर्मल मिल जाता है। क्या है? नहीं, बिना प्रिंट के भी आ जाएगा। हाँ, you will get it without print. Just make sure you are putting the right indexes here, right? Index error will be there, right? So you haven't entered the right index. Interesting, right? Okay, so let's move on, right? Seeing this, you are having GPU, CPU and a RAM. Okay, so you are using those things also if you are using pipelines, right? So now similarly you can find the type of that particular thing also. Okay, just you made that particular index, name of 401, and then you use the type function on that particular command. Okay, you will find whatever content is there that I would like to see. Okay, everything is the same now, right? Now this particular function, okay, we use this to find the index. This is another function, just like find function. To find the exact index of whatever content is there, we can use index function also. Okay, so if you are having a tuple like this, okay, a tuple with pop, rock, soul, hard rock, soft rock, R&B, progressive and disco, then if you want to find the index of disco, then how you will find is just use this particular function, index. Okay, you can do this with a small example of, like, your name and is the best. Okay, and you have to find the index of is, right? So it will return the index, right? Getting this? Done? Have you? Now let's learn something new now. So before that, I want to know what we have learned now. We have learned how to print a statement, right? Which is print function. After that, what we did? We learned how to create a variable. Yes. And then we learned a string. Okay. We learned how to input something. Yes. And after that, what we did? We learned how to slice the string. Yes. How to find, sort, then upper function, lower function is also there, right? You can use the lower function. And what we did? Then we switch to tuple, right? And in tuple, what is tuple? Collection of different type of data type with which is immutable. Okay, values can't be changed in a tuple. Okay, at everything else, all the operations are same, just like array. Okay, slicing is there. You can access to the index. There is nested tuple that we learned. Okay, right? And we learn how to traverse a tuple, right? So now we will learn about lists. Okay, this is another type of data type. Now, unlike array and tuple, a particular list is mutable. Okay, its value or the value inside a tuple means tuples is not mutable. It cannot be changed. But in list, whatever is there inside can be accessed through an index and its value can be changed. Right? So let's see. Here. This is how we initiate a list. Okay. In tuple we were using normal braces, right? But in list we use box braces. Always remember this difference. This will help you distinguish between the data set that you are seeing. Okay. If it's a tuple, then how you will deal with it, and if it's a list, then how you will deal with it. Okay. Right? There are different methods to append some content inside a tuple and inside a list. Okay. So we created one list with one string, one floating value, and one integer. Okay. Operations are almost the same. If you want to access the last thing, then use -1 index. Then if you want to find the length, then use the length function. If you want to find the type of any element that is there inside that index, use the type function. Okay. Yes. And if I will use the type function in this typ type on L, then what I should get? List. Yes. This hash helps us to comment a particular line. Okay. Now traversing is the same in index, means in tuple and in list, right? If I want to access some other list inside a list, this particular thing is a nested list. Here I have a string -xn, a float 10.1, a integer 1982, and then another list. Okay. Then if I want to print that 2 in that another list, then I will use the similar method that I use in tuple and tuple, right? Getting this? How you will access this? Yes? So shall I teach you this or we should move on? Yes? Okay. Slicing is the same in this. Now let's see how we will extend a particular list. Okay. There are two different functions. Okay. One is extend, which we are dealing right now. Okay. So make a list. Make some list with some values, and then extend that particular list with another list. Okay. Here you created a list with a string. You make your own string, your own examples, right? Don't copy this one. Okay. Make a list and then extend that particular list using this function extend. Okay. And make sure you are extending it with another list only. Okay. You should not extend a list with a tuple. Okay. Do it. Tuples are in order basis, lists are in box basis. Right? Try to restart your kernel is not restarted. This starts with box basis. Always extend a list with a list only. Don't use curly braces or tuples, long braces, right? It won't help. Yes, you extended a list? Yes. Okay, I will teach you. Open this pipeline.ai, new students, those who have found pipeline.ai, and there you enter this pipeline.ai, right? And there you will find a community tab. Here, this. Click that. We will learn it by yourself. I will. Right. After that, just click right now and make sure you are opening this pipeline.ai in private window. Okay. Private window में open करने के बाद go to this community and then try now and then log in with your Google account. Okay. And once you are open this account, I'll tell you what to do. Yes, now we extended a list, right? Okay, and now if I want to add another list inside the list, then what I will do? Yes, here you are seeing this. When you use this extend function, this content was a list, right? Top and 10. This was a list. And when you extended to this L, it became normal content, right? It became a string and an integer, right? But what if I want to simply add this list inside this list? How I do that? Yes, I'll use the append function. Do it again. Create another list and use the append function. Let me show you this. This is how you do it. Yes. After we log in, tell me I will show you how it works. Yes. You opened it. Now you can see another list, the whole list that you put inside that particular function, append function, got added. Okay, a list added. In that extend function, only the content inside that list got added, but here the whole list as it is got added, right? So this is the difference between append and extend. Okay. You log in? No? How many of you have done here? Can you pass the pen drive here now? Just copy the content and pass it. Okay, don't wait for the installation. Copy the content and pass it. This is our append function and this is our extend function. Okay. See, everyone see on the projection here. Press a tab button, shift tab button I told you na, to read about any function. Use that and you will find the description of this particular extend function. What you are getting is shift and tab. What you are getting? You are getting an iteratable none extended list by appending elements. Okay, it is only appending elements inside the list, right? So this is how we learn how to use a function. Okay, in extend, only the values of the list gets added. But while appending function, you are adding the whole list. Okay. Yes? You got logged in? No? Internet connection is working correctly? Using in a private window. Private window. Try to refresh it. Yes? It's showing this only because the space is given and that's why the dot. If you will do this, just I told you not traverse now, traverse, then you will find it. Okay. Yes. use this del function to remove the content that is there on that index. Okay, remove that whole index. And then find the length of that particular list. You will find that the length of that list is changed. Okay. Yes. Your element is removed now, right? Anyone who is facing any error with this deletion function? No, right? Yes. Now we will use this particular thing, split function. Okay. Everyone be quiet. Yes. Here. Now create a particular string or a tuple or initially create a string first. Okay. Create a string and use the split function. And now you will get your answer. Okay. How to print the first word of any string. You must be seeing a notebook there on the top. Notebooks tab. See any tab? first first thing, first word of any string, what you have to do is you have to give the index only. Okay, you got the answer right now? Yes. After using this split function, you are converting that string into a list. Okay, seeing the benefit of this particular split function, you are converting a string into a list, right? And to execute, just use shift and enter. Okay, now do this particular exercise. A string which has characters separated by commas. Okay, a string with a list of letters separated by commas. How many of you know the full form of CSV? CSV files, yes. Values, vectors, what is the full form of CSV? You have worked with Excel files, right? Yes, everyone must have worked with Excel files. CSV stands for comma separated values. Okay, so this particular thing is useful for analyzing your data set that is present in CSV. Okay, split function to create the list of whatever is there inside a CSV. Okay, get this? Doing? Now, as I told, a list is mutable. Okay, its value can be changed, its value, index value can be equated like that. Okay, so this particular thing is doing the same thing. It is first copying the whole list to another variable. Okay, like the list A is hard rock 10 and 1.2. Okay, and this list is getting copied to another variable B, and that B becomes a list. How I will find that? Yes. Okay, so everything that is copied to B is also a list, right? So now I want to change the value of the hard rock that was there on the 0th index to banana. Okay, so this I can do like this. Okay, you just provide the index and the value you want to enter. It's not compulsory that to replace a string you have to put a string only. You can put any other value. Like here, I can put a number also. Okay, and then I can put a list also. Okay, getting this? Yes. So there are no boundaries. Means you have to apply, keep learning. Okay. And to copy everything, this is a syntax. Okay, from starting till the ending. If you copy the whole index, if you want to copy the whole list, B is equals to A of everything. Okay. Yes. Now do this. Create a list with some variable, let us suppose a list with the following elements: 1, hello, and a list 1, 2, 3, and a boolean value true. Okay, this particular true is a boolean value, okay, which has either true or either false, right? So make a list of this. Yes, not true is not a string. True is a boolean value. Anyone whose connector is lost, they can collect it from here, first line. And if it's not yours, then you actually can take it. Yes. Made your list. You know how to make a list, right? Yes. You know how to make a list. Now find the value that is stored at the index 1. What will be the answer? Yes? 1. Seeing this? Yeah, hello. Yes. 1 will have 0 index, this will have 1, this will have 2, and this will have 3. Okay? So the value at index 1 will be hello. Okay? And after that, retrieve the element stored at the index 1, 2, and 3 of a list. So it will be hello, the list 1, 2, 3, and the boolean value true. Okay, so you have to print it 3 times, right? That's it. Our list is finished now. So what we have done with the list? We appended, we extended, we saw the difference. We manipulated the value inside an list. Yes, inserted a list. Okay, so now you are familiar with strings, you are familiar with tuple, you are familiar with lists. Okay, now we will learn another data type, that is dictionary. Okay. Anyone who is having any doubt till now? No doubts? Good. Here, in list, now we are starting a new topic, okay? Dictionary. This dictionary is the most frequent kind of data set you will find in data science, okay? Right? If you must have seen APIs, if you will work with real data or big data, or you must have worked with MongoDB, right? To store the data, right? You will find the data inside a dictionary, okay, curly braces with some keys and values, okay. Remember, a list has an index and associated element with it, okay. A tuple also had an index and associated value with it, right? But in dictionary, there is no such thing as index. Okay, there is no such thing as sequence or there is no such thing as order. Okay, you can store a list, sorry, a dictionary in any format, in any order, right? It doesn't matter. All you need to know is the key to access the value. Okay, the key must be unique. The values can be same, but the key should be unique in a dictionary. Okay, yes, getting this. So this key is your address, referencing address to access any value that is stored in the dictionary. Okay, and these values can, this particular space can store anything, literally anything from a string, integer, float, list, tuple, and a whole dictionary itself. Right? So it's getting tougher and complex every time we are learning something new, right? Yes. A.
जो ए डैश लिस्ट ए
हाँ
हमने बनाई उसमें हमें कंसेक्यूटिव 1 2 3 रोटेशन
हाँ
अगर मैं ये स्टेटमेंट लिखूं कंसेक्यूटिवली तो सिर्फ मेरी लास्ट वाली
you are not giving the print statement every time, no? That's why. It's a Python. Python is an interpreter language. Okay, it executes by lines, not compiles everything. Okay, so there is a difference between other languages and Python. It will print the last line or until unless it is asked to print something. Okay. So this is how you define a dictionary. There is curly braces. What we were doing in tuple? Normal braces. Okay. And in list, square braces. And in dictionary, curly braces. So open a curly brace, close a curly brace. Okay. And then after that, we need to give keys and its associated values. So this is the format of giving a key and a value. First, a key, and just to clear your doubts, a key can also be a dictionary, a list, a float, or any particular thing you want. Okay, so there is no hard and fast rule that the key should be a number or a string only. Yes, it is for a convenience we used to use this key as our string or number only, but this particular key can store a tuple, a list, or any particular value you want. Okay, getting this? But you cannot traverse inside a key with a specified function. There is no function. You have to make your own function to access the values or traverse inside a key that is a tuple or a list or dictionary itself. Right? So try this. Make a dictionary with key 1 value 1, key 2 value 2, key 3 a list 333, key 4 a tuple 444, key 5. What is key 5? Key 5 is a tuple. See this? Key 5 is a tuple with an integer. Okay, don't get confused. But since this tuple has only string, it will be equivalent to string itself. You will see this. Shall I move it slowly? Key 1's value is 1, key 2's value is, just see the output here. This is how you have to define your dictionary. Okay, key 1 is just instead of key 5, it is defined like this in a tuple. But see, it is showing only string here. Why? Because it is having only one string. Okay. Yes. Single column. That key 5 is a tuple with one string only. Yes. Change. Enter the output. Output it's giving because I have zoomed it. Okay. So you will get it in a straight line only. And one more thing you will notice that your order will be different. Are you getting the same order? But if you do this in a terminal or interpreter, right? You can't correct. I told you keys can hold anything. All you need to do is remember the key to find the value.
So
Key 5 is a tuple with only one string. Okay, so that's why in output you are getting a key with a string only, right? Got this? Now let's traverse inside the dictionary. How you do that is this. Use your variable name, dict, and earlier we were adding the index, okay? Key 1 means earlier we were adding only values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 index number. But now we are giving the whole key, right? Here we have to remember the key. So if I want to find the value that is associated with key 1, I'll use this syntax. Box braces. We are finding the value, no? We are not defining a dictionary. Okay, we are finding a value that is associated with that particular key. Okay, so to traverse a dictionary and find the value that is associated with key 1, I will use this particular syntax. Okay, so you try it with finding the value that is associated with key 2. Yes, so what I get? Error. Sorry, I didn't define this. And one more thing in Jupyter, if your cell that is above is not executed and its value is imported in the next cell, then the below cell will show error. Okay, seeing this, this particular name date is not defined. Okay, why? Because I didn't execute this particular cell. Okay, now I executed this cell and it will show me the output, right? Okay, so keep this in mind. Always execute the cell that is above and then only move forward. Okay. Now this. There was a key with a tuple of 0 and 1, right? So to access the value of that particular key, we have to put it as it is. Okay. So you cannot change a key's value to find the value. Okay. You can change the values of the keys also here. The dictionary is mutable. I will do it after this sets.
मतलब बता देना
Yes. So here, use these particular functions to find the keys and the values inside a dictionary. Use this. your variable dot keys function. Okay, this will show all the keys that are there inside your dictionary. Okay, and then use the values function. This will give you all the values that are there in your dictionary. Okay, do it. You made a dictionary right before, or if you haven't, just make one dictionary with small example like curly braces open, then one key, then full quotes, full colon, and then after that value. Okay, and try one thing. Try adding values, means sorry, keys, similar keys, and see what output you are getting. Are you getting all the values that are associated with same keys, or you are getting any error? Yes, what kind of error you got? Yes, not defined. That is because you haven't defined that dictionary. Try to make a dictionary with similar keys, and then tell me after applying this particular key function, are you getting all the keys or just the one key? Or you are getting any error defining the dictionary with similar keys? Use key one many times. Yes. Similar keys. Similar keys मतलब you enter key one, key one, key one, key one, key one. Okay. Getting this? Instead of defining different keys, you use same keys everywhere, and then tell me whether you are able to define a dictionary or not. I told you to do something. Make a dictionary with similar keys. You are getting an error? Yes. You should get an error because you can't have a value. You can't get a value with different with same keys. Okay, it will get confused. Right? So this is the main concept of a dictionary. Inside a dictionary, you need a key and a value. Okay, and to separate those two things, you need full colon. Okay. So now you can distinguish between a list, tuple, and a dictionary, right? Everyone? Error आ रहा है? क्या आ रहा है? And then you see all the values are added in. Yes. That particular thing that is there on the left will become your key. No, it won't give an error. Anything that is there on your left will be your key, and anything that is there on your right will be a value. Okay. All the values must be inside that key only. Okay, saying this. Yes, all the values are inside key. Yes. Yes. This way. Okay. You are reading syntax. Yes. Sorry, we'll just tell me. Now we will learn sets. Okay. Set is another very important data type. It is similar to tuple, list here, but without any key. Okay. So here inside sets, we will do similar operations that we do in mathematics. Okay, like intersection, union, superset, subset, all those things we will do. Okay, let's do it quickly and then we will have lunch. Okay, I'll ask sir and then we will do it. Okay, now create one set. To define a set, we need curly braces. But remember, in dictionary we were having two values, keys and values. Okay, but in sets we will have only values. Okay. Now define a set. Here we defined a set: pop, rock, soul, hard rock, rock, R&B, rock, and disco. Okay. So here, if you will see, the string rock is repeated many times, right? So if you will call this particular variable again, you will find that in a set, this rock does not get repeated, right? So this is the specialty of a set. A set does not hold repeated values. Getting the benefit of this, if you are getting a data set, then just convert that data set into sets. Then you will remove all the duplicacy that is there inside the data set. Okay. Convert this list, a list, into set. You can use this function, set function. Here. This particular list, Michael Jackson, Thriller, 1982, some timestamp, and then pop, rock, R&B, a floating value integer, something is repeating, or nothing is repeating. Okay. So we will create this particular list and convert it into set. Okay. This is how we convert a list to set. Right. Now if I had this Michael Jackson repeated again, then I got Michael Jackson only once. Okay. See the importance of this set function. Yes. You do it with your small examples. Don't type this much. Okay. Now let's do this. Let's add something inside a set. Okay. This is how you will do it. Use a add function and just try to add some values. Yes. Okay. Now we try to add two singular strings and we got only one string added, right? remove a particular string from a set, we use remove function. Okay. This is simple, right? All you need to do is recall it at the time when you do. Am I getting the same error here? No? See clearly means the syntax. First, create a set, and then inside a set, the function define a list. Have you used that A before in this particular notebook? That's why. Because you must have used that A for a tuple, and then again you are doing this on a list or history or something. Okay. Change the variable and then try to do this. Now we added something inside a list set and then we remove. Yes? Same error. I will do it. Yes? Both at the same time. You can do it. Add means after that comma means inside a list you can do that, no? Just like that. Now make a list and inside that you put this particular string as many strings you want to put. Okay, and then you can remove and do it and simultaneously. Set object is not callable. Same error you are getting this. Anyone else who is getting the same error? Check the variable that we are using. If you are using the same variable for list, tuple and all those things, because if your syntax is correct, then you should not get any error. See this here. This should be the syntax. Set braces open, then a list start, and then inside of this you enter some values and then close it. Okay. Are you doing the same thing? I'll see your error. Okay. Yes. Make sure you are doing the exact syntax, otherwise you will get it. Now we added something inside a list. Remember, every time you add similar values, it won't add. Okay. Then you are removing it. Okay. Now this is difference function. Okay. You have defined two sets. What it will do is it will print only the value that is there in a particular set, excluding all the values that is included. Okay, a minus b, right? In set theory we used to know a minus b. The same thing we are doing here. Okay, and then after that, this intersection function. What intersection function used to do? It used to print the common values of sets. Okay. Now create one set with value 1, 2, 3, 4 and another set with value 2, 3, 4, 5. What result you will get? 2, 3. Okay. As an intersection. And what you will get as a union? All the values without any limitation. Okay. And then what you will get as a superset of that particular set. Here you are using this superset is superset to find whether your first set is the superset. Superset means a set that has all the values. Okay, so like this you will do. Okay, you are having some list, two lists. Okay, and you want to know whether the other list has all the values of first list. Then you will use this, and it will return what value? Boolean value. Okay, as true or false. Right? See this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and another one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have asked if S2 is subset of S1. Then write. What is subset? Subset means all the values are there. Yes, in first. That's it. Any doubts now? No doubts? So we will have lunch now. I'll ask the CDs, and before that we will recover. Okay, we will recall everything that we have learned till now. First thing, we learned how to print a statement. Okay. After that, how to take the input from the user. After that, we learned strings. Okay, strings is a collection of similar type data type similar to array. Okay, we can do indexing, slicing, and all those things. Okay, array is immutable, so we can't change the values of the index. Okay, now next, what we did? Tuple. Tuple is collection of different types of data types which is immutable. Okay, how to extend a tuple? Plus operation. Okay, after that nested tuple, we did how to access nested tuple, and then after that any function we used in tuple.